Hi, my name is Tim Maudlin with DoWhatYouCanNow.com. I want to welcome you to the 7th and final video in my series Rebounding in Life When Life Happens. In this series, we've been looking at the different ways my community rebounded after a tornado hit our hometown back in March of 2012. Each one of these videos, we've taken a letter from the word rebound and examined a different concept that went into that rebounding or that recovery process. Each video has ended with the phrase, "Do what you can now." That is the theme of today's video, because really that is what ties everything together. That's what tied our recovery together. I've looked back and thought back about that episode that was so many years ago. And when you boil it all down, whether it was people who were impacted or people who were trying to help those who were impacted, we all rallied around one concept, one principle, and that is we did what we could. That's how we got through it. That's how we rebounded. That principle has resonated with me, and I saw it in action, and to this day I just am amazed at what we were able to accomplish. But that principle is almost 2,000 years old. It's something that I read a long time ago, and it stuck with me. And the more I think about it and the more I see it put into practice, the more I appreciate how powerful it can be. That principle I first read about it in the book of Mark, in Mark chapter 14. I want to share that story with you today because it's a powerful story to show you the power of doing what you can. In Mark chapter 14, beginning in verse 3, it says, "And being in Bethany at the house of Simon the leper," this is Jesus visiting some people in Bethany, "as he sat at the table, a woman came having an alabaster flask of very costly oil of spikenard. And she broke the flask and poured it on his head. But there were some who were indignant among themselves and said, 'Why was this fragrant oil wasted? For it might have been sold for more than 300 denarii and given to the poor.' And they criticized her sharply. But Jesus said, 'Let her alone. Why do you trouble her? She has done a good work for me. For you have the poor with you always, and whenever you wish, you may do them good. But me you do not always have. She has done what she could. She has come beforehand to anoint my body for burial. Assuredly I say to you, wherever this gospel is preached throughout the whole world, what this woman did will also be spoken of as a memorial to her.'" Almost 2,000 years since this was written, we're still talking about this woman. Now, the gospel account of John tells us this was Mary, the sister of Martha and Lazarus. I get chills reading about her because something so simple is still being talked about today. Now, why is it being talked about? Because this woman did what she could. And as I said, when I look back upon how we got through this tornado tragedy, when we all rallied around each other and did what we could, there were amazing things that happened. One t-shirt raised $89,000. But that wasn't the only thing. There were so many acts of kindness, so many things that people did, a lot of things that I don't even know about. But we rallied around that one concept of doing what we could. It's something that the more I think about it, the more I appreciate it, and the more I want to dig into it, and the more I want to encourage it to be a part of your life too. It's a very liberating concept because of its simplicity and its power. I've created a website, DoWhatYouCanNow.com. And in that website, I'm going to be sharing different ideas around this concept. In the coming days and weeks and months, that's where I'm going to be exploring this idea more and more. And I want to thank you for your comments. They've really been appreciated. It's encouraged me to keep at this. And so watch Facebook, watch your email. There'll be more ideas coming about this, and I hope that it will resonate with you and encourage you. Until next time, this is Tim, encouraging you to do what you can now. Thanks.